back.
Welcome
And happy
back.
fall, everyone. Yay. Please don't slow down on catch. Okay. It officially no longer
Yeah, I can't.
can't knock it.
I can't not.
But yeah, as of November 1st, it is now officially Christmas/holiday season. So that's exciting.
Yeah, but more personally, that is Thanksgiving to me. I do acknowledge family gathering.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I acknowledge cranberry sauce.
That's fine.
Other than that, I just have to focus on Christmas to keep myself from being so depressed about Halloween being over.
Yeah, as soon as Halloween was over, yeah, you're right. You did get a little post-seasonal depression.
Yeah, so then we binged 6 hours of Christmas movie that day just to distract me. It's fine.
It was fine though.
It was good time.
It was good
I
times.
enjoyed ourselves.
It was good. It wasn't what I would have done, but it's.
But you love me.
I do love you, and so I didn't care.
Good. But yeah, our Halloween was great, and not only did we celebrate Halloween, we celebrated somebody's 30th birthday party.
Who?
Or 30th birthday with a party. You.
Oh.
Go ahead and take it away.
Take it away, Benny. So I turned 30 October 29th. And I was a little bummed this year because I was like, it's a big 3-0. Mm-hmm. And I miss my family all the time. I'm a family guy,
That's where they get the name.
That's where it comes from. And so I was like, you know what? At least I'll have some people over. Right,
because we were doing that costume party for those of you who didn't listen to last episode.
Yeah, we had Alyssa actually threw me a costume/birthday party. The costume party that was well awaited,
mm-hmm.
well deserved.
Yes.
So Alyssa gave me that for my birthday, and I invited friends, neighbors, and we just celebrated my birthday. So that Saturday we started setting everything up. Alyssa was like, I'm gonna get back. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get more balloons. I'm like, more balloons for what? I'm already blowing up all these thousands of balloons here.
For the balloon arch.
Yeah, and it was literally every balloon in this house had my lung air in it.
But I was
CO2.
gonna go get balloons for the ceiling.
And she wanted helium balloons.
This woman over here is like, oh, well, I'll come with you.
Oh, yes, because you need help to carry those helium balloons.
Very appreciated, except for that day.
And she was like, no, it's fine. Just keep doing the thing. We can't both go. Someone has to stay here and keep. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And so she was like, but I need your car. And I was like, okay. So
because there was 30 balloons.
Yeah. So then I was like, all right, well, be safe and call me if you need anything. And then maybe 30, 40 minutes pass by. Is it 30 minutes?
Something like that, maybe, yeah.
And then she comes back and she's like, hey, babe, can you help me grab the balloons? So I'm like, okay. So I'm walking out of the house and I just see her recording. And I'm like, well, and my first thought was she probably has a really cool balloon kind of thing. And then I hear sort of / feel something come off from the corner, around the corner of the house. Mm. And so my vision just naturally gazes over, and it's my whole ass fucking family. As the ultimate birthday present, my family, my mom, my sister, her kids, they were flown in. And I was just like, what the fuck? I just immediately started crying because
for a good solid 2 minutes.
I was literally the kind of crying.
The quivering.
Yes, the quivering crying, dude.
Good. That's what we were going for.
I know, and I was trying not to cry like that but it felt like it needed to come out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
because let me tell you guys, this woman, whenever she would talk to her family, every time leading up to this party, she'd be like, yeah, well, I really wish you guys could be here for my party, and I'm over in the corner ripping my hair out, and I'm like, you had to make it even sadder, and oh my god, I was just first of all, I was stressing about making this surprise happen because this woman was trying to come with me And I'm like, no. I have another one last minute present I have to get you. You can't come.
Yeah, she
And it
was
was
like,
her
I have to go to Target to pick it up. You can't see it, and I need to go pick up the balloons. So because I'm going to get the balloons and I'm going to get the present, you can't come with me. And I was like, I guess, okay, but just call me if you need anything. And then fast forward, I like was wondering how soon did the people around me know, because Alyssa also like talked to my boss to get the day off for me.
Yeah, because that was Saturday. They flew in Saturday and they didn't leave until Monday afternoon. So
And then so
got
like
you Monday off.
When Alyssa was like, yeah, I brought your family, and also I got you Monday off. I talked to Kurt, I talked to Patty, I talked to Kurt, and I scheduled everything, and you have Monday off. I'm like, even fucking better, dude. Like, what the heck? Like, and so it was just like everyone I just care about knew about the surprise and kept it like a good secret. Like, I talked to my brother today, and he was like, yeah, I probably knew like 3 months ago already. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I was like, no wonder it felt like my mom didn't want to talk to me and was like rushing me off the phone, because she was probably afraid that she'd talk about
Spill
it.
the beans.
Yeah.
I almost freaking spilled the beans like multiple times.
Well, my brother,
we talk about everything, so
yeah,
it's
and
really hard.
My brother was also like, yeah, the Friday he was gonna send a text through our group chat, our family chat, and he was like, yeah, I was gonna say like, so when are you guys heading over to Marlene's? And then he's like, but then I realized that it was in the family group chat, so I deleted it quickly, and
Dang, that could have ruined everything.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, I literally could have fucked it up. He's like, but I caught myself.
I was so worried that because I was worried about spilling the beans. I was worried about making the surprise go smoothly and like having you not know until you walked out the door, and then I was worried about like all the external factors of like someone else might like slip up, you know.
Right.
And then I was planning this whole party on top of everything.
The party part was stressful.
Oh my
like
God.
I was stressing out with Alyssa, and the fact that Alyssa had like these extra things
Tasks.
on top of the party, I was like, oh my God. I was like, literally no one's gonna come. It's just gonna be me, Diane, and Alyssa just eating a sad birthday cake.
And I was gonna be like, well, at least 4 more people will be there, so that's good. But no, people came. People
And
like you, babe.
honestly, if no one came and my family was just here, that would have been that still would have been perfect. I would not have cared if anyone didn't make it. Like, but no, I'd say like at a certain time there was like probably like 15 people.
Oh yeah, at least. Yeah,
At
it was
least,
a good little turnout, maybe 20.
Yeah, which is I was like, oh shit, I guess we know more people here than I thought we knew.
Yeah, people like you, babe.
I guess.
It was your birthday.
Yay! Well, thank you, and
You're welcome.
Thanks to Diane for
it was actually my mom's idea, and
which is so thoughtful.
It was her idea.
Oh my God,
and she graciously paid for everything, but I planned everything.
I can cry thinking about that. That's like the sweetest thing ever.
She knows that. We both know that they're your number ones, you know.
Yeah, they are. But thanks to Alyssa and Diane for making my 30th birthday special. That's like, if that's my last birthday party, like that is how I want my last birthday party.
I mean, I hope you mean last birthday party and not last birthday.
That's why I said birthday party.
Okay, good. Just checking. This is like a spooky true crime podcast.
Yeah, well, you know, if it's my last birthday party ever, that's like the best birthday party we could have ended it on.
Good.
Because you're Latina, you turn 15, and that your parents are like, well, this is your last birthday party, you know, and then they just cook you your favorite food, you know, for your 16th and your 17th, 18th, like forever, you know, like, oh, mija, what do you want to eat for your birthday today? Right. And like your quinceañera or whenever you turn man age, it's like your last birthday party, you know?
Right. Not in this house.
Not in this house. 30th, 15 years later, 30th birthday party, probably. It's up there with my quinceañera. I love my quinceañera too. But
that's good.
Yeah, good.
You deserve all the good parties.
Thank you so much. I felt so loved.
Good.
And I felt like just reminds you how appreciated you are, you know? So thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
I love you.
You want to go ahead and just slide from that into your segment of the show?
Sure.
Are we still calling it Not So Fun Fun Facts?
I think so. Yeah, let's keep it not so fun fun.
I mean, we have the jingle. We might as well.
Not so fun facts with marbles. So, like, perfect theme, birthdays, right?
Right.
As you know, if you're a friend listening to this, as you also know, and if you don't know me like that, now you will know that I'm extra existential on my birthday. And I've always been an existential person. That's why we've had existential thoughts with marbles.
Right.
So, like, before I even had, like, the knowledge or language for it, you know, when you're a kid and you start realizing that everyone around you sees, like, the world differently, or maybe you didn't see it as a kid. Maybe you noticed it as an adult, that people see the world differently, and you don't really know that it's called perspective or, like, awareness yet.
Yeah, I guess I honestly don't know when, like, I became aware of that.
Like, aware of being aware. You know, do you remember when?
Definitely not.
I feel like I knew there was a difference when I was a kid, but I didn't know that it was called awareness, or, like, that we all had different perspectives. I just thought that everyone else was wrong, I guess, you know? And I think that's kind of universal. So I started noticing that, like, pretty early on, and I always had the sense of, like, of depth, I guess, where I would just think extra of things, right? So I, like, feel like very early on I was turned into, like, the sort of, like, frequency where people don't hear it unless you try to, like, tune into it. And honestly, like, being aware in a world that's, like, often unaware is more painful, I think, than like, a lot.
Not being aware?
Than not being aware.
Like, essentially, like, ignorant bliss, in a sense?
Yeah. I mean, that also comes with its, like, you know, downfalls, I guess you can say, like, being, like, blissfully unaware. But being aware is, like, painful. It's heavy. When you're, like, aware, you can't ignore what you feel or what you see, and how, like, people move, and you notice, like, small details where, like, the way that someone's tone changes, and, like, the meaning behind, like, what wasn't said, and, like, the energy in a room and the emotional weight behind someone's, like, words, and, like, just all of that. You, like, see it, right? And sometimes it feels like you're grateful for noticing that, and other times you just feel like it's a fucking curse, because then you're just stuck with, like, the overthinkingness of, like, these situations. And so, like, the hardest part is, like, realizing that not everybody is built that way, and, like, there's, like, layers to awareness, and so the people who, like, are aware and they choose not to act on it because they're acting on it requires, like, effort and, like, vulnerability and accountability and, like, discomfort. And that's what I kind of want to talk about, is, like, that awareness, where there's only two types of people that, like, are aware of it and are willing to, like, sit in the discomfort of it, and the other people who choose not to be, like, that vulnerable. And the people who, like, choose not to be vulnerable and are aware but, like, numb themselves, and, like, how they, because of, like, how feeling everything is just, like, overwhelming, and, like, denial is just easier than healing or being, like, a good person. So when the people who aren't aware, they're unaware, they're just, like, moving through life with, like, the perspectives that they inherited, I guess you can say, like, without ever asking any questions, and, like, wondering why they do things the way they do, or why they believe what they believe. Like, they don't know that there's, like, another level of consciousness, that they're on some sort of, like, autopilot, and the autopilot is just like inherited. And I feel like a lot of those people, in some perspective, in some weird way, you can say that that's sort of like how privileged people, it's a perspective, right? I feel like you can pin a lot of people like that are on autopilot and don't care and are just doing and going as like privileged because they don't have to care, or they don't have to be aware, or like put effort into being, that vulnerable or anything. And I used to think, like, how do people never get to that point where they are aware, and how do people never manage to like wake themselves up, and like how do they go through their lives without ever turning inward? Because as painful as it is, like, there's a lot of beauty in just being self-aware and like putting in the effort to become a better person and to try to be a better person. But the more I live, like, the more I realize that the awareness itself is kind of a privilege in itself. And some people wake up because life disrupts them, right? Like, you're not living in this like bliss that you were talking about anymore. And it could be like anything, like heartbreak, or a loss, or I don't know, just something forced by pain. And others, sometimes they stay the same because they've never had to confront anything that like shakes their world enough to open their mind. And that's honestly kind of like the wild part, is that like awareness isn't some like more like it although some people treat it like a moral trophy, I guess you can say, it's like, it's not something that's earned by being smarter or like better than anyone else. Like, no matter how many books I read on self-awareness or any philosophy books, like, that doesn't actually teach me anything but the experience itself, where it's shaped me, like the environment, the culture, like upbringing, wounds, and whatever I believe in, like, that's what's actually given me, or anyone else, that it gives you the awareness, and depending on like where you grew up or who you were raised by, and like the awareness might just feel more of like a mechanism, like for survival, versus like wearing it as like a medal that someone who like reads self-help books might see it as, like, am I just talking like you're like not?
I'm trying to process everything you're saying, and I mean, there hasn't really been any
I guess I'm ranting. I guess that's what I'm doing.
There
right
hasn't
now.
really been any times for me to insert myself or anything.
Yeah, I think I'm just like ranting right now.
I mean, yeah, I think it's like, I feel like it's almost something that like happens to you rather than, I mean, obviously it takes like the willingness of you to see it too, but it does seem like something that like would happen to you, like due to like circumstances, and then it's up to you to then decide if you're gonna like engage with that, right, or not.
Yeah, and like grow with it. And that's kind of like where perspective comes in, really, because perspective, like, obviously like creates your reality. So what you feel like in a level, what feels like a level of maturity might look like immaturity to someone else. So that's another point that I want to make with this, is like, and I think what like got me to this point, before I like go any deeper on that, is that like I feel like and for the last like 8 years, I've been the type of person that, has it been 8 years? Maybe 7 years. I've been the type of person that has taken what's happened to me and what I've done and what's happened to me. Like, I've always tried to, I've been wanting to grow from it. And wanting to grow from it has meant maybe growing away from different types of people, and the fact that I've met the same type of person that I've been wanting to steer away from, it's also made me like wonder, like, well, what's it about me that's attracting this type of person?
Right.
Where I'm putting the blame on myself and feeling like I'm not growing, or I'm not like doing my due diligence.
I mean, it's probably because there is like something in that kind of person, because obviously, like, if it happened the first time where you were like attracted to be in that person's life and be around them, like there was like some reason, obviously, even if then there was like another part of that person that like isn't good for you. I'm not saying that the first part is good for you, just like there's probably some similarity there that like gravitated you guys towards each other, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's probably why it keeps happening, and then it's just up to you to like see all the parts and see if they're a good person to have around.
So there's this type of person that I attract, I think, that makes me, it's just been very condescending, you know, to my person and my opinions and the way I think, and the way I express myself. So because it makes me feel like I'm reverting back to like the negative feelings that I grew up with, like maybe being judged and being like bullied and like things like that. Like maybe that just makes me feel like I'm kind of like taking steps back, you know? So like my version of awareness might be like someone else's version of like immaturity. But that doesn't mean they're smarter than me, right? Like their version of awareness might just be someone else's version of overthinking, or someone else's awareness might feel cold or like detached, but it's just like a survival instinct, which I also know people like that are just, can be just a fucking bitch, but that's just their survival instinct, and that some people just react that way, and that's how they just go about their lives, you know? So we're all just like living in these like overlapping realities that never fully match, and we all think that we're seeing like the real world, but it's really like the world through our lens.
It's our real world.
It's our real world,
which is valid.
It is valid.
What other kind of like world should it be, you know?
Exactly. So whenever I have been feeling like like someone's speaking to me condescendingly, which they could be, you know, they're probably just dicks, but that's also their reality, where they think that they're this certain way, you know, and they probably think that I'm a different way. And I mean, if that's what makes them feel better, then that is what it is, you know? And I feel like if I close myself off to things like that because something isn't making me feel good, like not everything is supposed to make me be good, you know, like feel good. Like sometimes it is nice to have that awareness of like, okay, whatever, like you think whatever you want to think, I'll meet you tomorrow for lunch or whatever, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, like we're living in these like realities where like we might clash or misunderstand or judge or like misread each other, and not because like someone's right or wrong, but because they're like living in different like realities shaped by like different levels of like consciousness. But that's where like the existential comes in, right? Where the idea of life doesn't hand you meaning, where it's like you kind of create it, like you're responsible for it, and you decide who you want to be and how deeply you want to understand yourself. So like the existential forces you to like ask yourself like, why do I think the way that I do, and why do I react this way, and what shapes me, and am I willing to question that? And it also asks you to accept others for not like for others that might not be in the same space and might never be in that same space. And part of that being aware is like realizing that your awareness is not universal, and sometimes it's not in the same frequency as others, and it's not consistent within like one person all the time. And some days you're awake and some days you're just trying to fucking survive, you know? But at the end of the day, like, being aware doesn't make you superior. I want to make that fucking clear. Being aware doesn't make you superior, it just makes you like responsible for how you treat other people, which is what I'm been trying to say. You know, like,
it was a very long-winded way.
It's how you show up in relationships and your friendships, and how you interpret situations, and how you handle conflict, and how you navigate through your own healing, just because you can't see things you're aware of. And maybe that's the most like existential thing of it all, is like the idea that awareness is painful, but it's also freeing. It means you're alive, you're thinking, you're choosing, you're not like sleepwalking through life. And you know, you're the one who like builds your existence like piece by piece, and awareness comes after, like meaning comes after, and you're someone who feels deeply. And it's like okay to just understand that everyone's like on their own pace, and someone's douchiness might be their instinct, you know, right, for survival, and that's like all they know. And it's like something to just kind of, you know, just it's like, yeah, I don't know, I don't want to add to it, just because like I feel like I've pretty much said what I've wanted to say.
It's like a good way to look at things. I mean, like, on a very, very, like, surface level example, like, my mom and I were at the mall yesterday and we were getting coffee, and we placed our mobile order, so we were just standing there waiting at the counter for it. And this other woman's order comes up, and she, like, immediately pointed out that it was supposed to be a smaller size, and the guy was like, oh, yeah, it's that size. We just ran out of those cups, so we put it in the bigger cup. And she opens the lid and just, like, for lack of a better term, in the most like Karen voice you've ever heard, like, okay, she's like, okay, this is way too much milk, and like just was going back and forth with the barista. And I just like metaphorically wanted to punch this lady in the face for the barista, because like he clearly knows like the recipe, and she, unless she's worked at Starbucks, she doesn't know the recipe. So I was like really angry at her for them, you know. So maybe, I mean, not to say that there aren't just, like, entitled people out there that just treat people terribly for no reason and then go about their day and have the wonderful, most entitled day of their lives. But I guess, like, even since I don't have all the information, instead of, like, directing the hate towards her, I mean, I do this anyways, but I can then just, like, turn that into directing, like, extra kindness towards the barista, just to like help myself calm down,
right,
you know,
right, of course,
which like I still do, but like I do, like, I hang on to that hate for like a while. Like, I was thinking about her after we left, you know, because I've been in the customer service like side of things.
Same.
And it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck
to be talked to that way for just doing your job.
Yes, 100%.
And it's like that, like it like working in it for over 10 years, it is hard to remember like your whole point of everyone like not necessarily being like the same amount of aware as you are.
Yeah. And yeah, 100%. And even like working in a corporate world, it's also working in, did I say working or living? Working in a corporate like environment. Mm-hmm. It's also hard to remember because some people are wired differently, you know? And that navigating through that some days is like very tough, because not necessarily the company I work for, like, but there have been like instances where you know, I have met people that like you say, like of a better, what do you say, for lack of
a better term,
they're like Karens, you know, and they don't ask the right questions, but they're like correct questions for them, and it's like very matter of fact to me, and it's not very matter of fact to them. And you know, I can see someone else like getting blamed for something that person also. It's just like, oh my god, that's like the worst example ever.
I think we get what you're trying to say.
I think to your point though, people forget that sometimes we forget like that we're just human living the same experience with like different privileges, and like maybe we should extend kindness for those who aren't experiencing the same blessings we're experiencing.
Well, and I think that's like playing into your point too of like how it's also kind of like a pain to be aware, you know, because I'm aware that like it's become such like a whole like within itself kind of situation. Like I'm aware that like not everyone's having the same experience that I'm having, so I want to be kind to everyone, like, because you never know what someone's going through, but then someone doesn't extend that graciousness to me, so then I'm just here frustrated, like, why don't they just, like, it's so easy to be kind, why don't they just do it,
right?
You know, and it's like just such a frustrating thing to know that that's like how we should all just be, and some people don't like have that same like way of going through life.
Then I think a hard part of that, or a frustrating part of that, is because of how political things are nowadays. And like even just simply the term Karen carries such a red-winged connotation to it. There's no way you can convince me that a Karen is a Democrat or a liberal. Like,
I mean, not to say that it's not possible. It is 100%
is possible.
It's just from personal experience.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like the name Karen has a conservative connotation to it. Like she's a privileged, rich, suburban mom,
right,
kind of thing, and it's so difficult. It's so difficult. I'm sorry for bringing all that up. I just wanted to make the point that we're all living like, our separate realities. A lot of us are on survival mode, and that still shouldn't. It doesn't excuse you for being a bitch or being a douche.
Right.
Like, still be respectful, still be kind. I'm just being kind and respectful to the fact that you're being a douche.
Right.
And your douchiness doesn't... And anyone's douchiness should never make you feel inferior. It's just something that... It's just like a personality you just kind of have to... navigate. And that's pretty much it. It's just like the frustrations, right, that comes with having or trying to be the nice person to navigate through it. And some people are straight up like, no, fuck you, I'm not gonna deal with you, I don't like you. And I know someone like that, and I totally respect them, but it also is kind of like a thing of like how far that attitude will get you, kind of thing. And so I just I want to be successful, and a big part of being successful is like learning to navigate through different things, different personalities, different peoples, and that's hard. I'm 30 damn years old, and like it's hard. Like, is anyone out there that's listening, does it ever get easier? Like, is it something that you can master? If there's like a book that you can send me, any tips you suggest, that I can follow, like, Yeah, I mean, that's my existential thought of at 30 years old is like trying to. I've gotten better.
Basically, like, how do we all freaking get along, man? How do we all vibe the same when we're all vibing on different frequencies? Really,
yeah, dude.
You know?
Like, yeah.
Anyways,
okay, thank you.
Was a full episode.
Sorry. Okay,
okay.
Bye. Listen, I'll listen to you later. I'll see you later. Bye. Sorry, I'm thirsty.
Maybe you should drink something other than your fun adult juice.
Well, I'm barely like a quarter into this.
So you're just gonna be getting thirstier.
All right. Okay. Anywho, I'm also drinking cranberry juice, which is like, I feel like dehydrating in itself.
Cranberry, in fact.
Cranberry. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm having some too.
Okay, now I feel like you have to make me feel better because now I feel like I've been super vulnerable in that. And now I feel like everyone just knows my deepest secret.
Oh my god, it is not your deepest secret. You were just talking about things.
I know, I just feel like a loser because...
Oh my god. You are not a loser.
Like, is that not like a loser thing to talk about?
No. It's a very aware thing to talk about. Very on topic.
It just feels like too vulnerable. Like, I'm letting everybody know, like, oh, if you're a dick to me, I'm not going to know how to, like, deal with you.
Except you were saying that you have been, like, knowing how to deal with people.
I know. Yes, that's true. I just feel, like, naked now.
You're not. Trust me, there's way more skeletons in that closet.
You know them.
You're fine.
I know. I just,
Just talking about your feelings is nothing. You're fine.
I guess.
Do you want to hear a sad story now?
Yes, sure, I guess. I mean, if it's gonna...
It'll distract you.
It'll distract me. Shit, what is that?
Lullaby. Oh, it was a WhatsApp promo thing. This is my reminder to send my laundry again.
Oh, laundry, not lullaby.
No.
Well, all right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, today's story was finally suggested by a listener, not picked out by me.
Okay.
It is a true crime story.
Okay.
And it was suggested by Paula from New York.
Oh,
Thank
Paula.
you, Paula. Appreciate you sending it in.
Paula.
This is the story of Dr. John Schneeberger.
What?
That is his name.
Schneeberger?
Yeah, I'm going to say it a few times. We got to try not to laugh. So this story takes place in Kipling, Saskatchewan in Canada. And it actually begins on Halloween night in 1992.
Ooh, okay, on brand.
Yes, we're bringing back Halloween. It's not over yet, folks.
All right. You just said it was over, though.
Shh. We're in Halloween right now. Okay?
Halloween, this is Halloween.
We're not doing a brand deal here. Okay, so my story starts with a 23-year-old woman named Candice. The internet does not provide her last name. That's okay. We will respect that and just call her Candice. So she was having like a really bad argument with her boyfriend, and it was like super heated, and Candice just really needed to calm down and get away. So she like dipped on out of there.
Okay. And
decided to go to the local hospital to see her friend that worked there. So when Candice got to the hospital, her friend could tell that she was still really agitated and just like super unsettled. So she suggested that Candice see a doctor while she was there to get some help calming down. Candice agreed, and she was actually then seen by her primary care provider, Dr. John Schneeberger. Now, after talking with Candice for some time, the doctor suggested that she try a mild sedative to help her calm down. So Candice agreed that that was probably a good idea, so the doctor went and got the sedative. He came back and administered it to Candice.
There at the doctor's office?
Yeah.
Like, was it because maybe they wanted to see that she wasn't allergic to it or something? Or like...
Well, it was like in a syringe. It wasn't like a pill. So he injected it into her.
Right, but if he's injecting it, that means she's like feeling this ASAP.
Well, almost immediately, Candice went numb and passed out.
Yep. Scary as fuck. Because is this a brand new doctor? Is this a doctor?
This is her primary care provider.
Oh, that's right. Right. So she's like naturally trusting whatever he's saying.
Right. Next thing she knows, she is feeling the act of someone sexually assaulting her to the worst degree. R-A-P-E.
I don't like this.
Yeah. Later proven by a blood test, Candice was given a drug used for anesthesia and procedural sedation. So even though she couldn't feel everything that was happening to her, she was aware of it. She like kind of compared it to when you're like at the dentist and they numb up your gums, so like you can't feel the pain, but you feel like
the
pressure of them taking the tooth out and stuff. Yeah.
And imagine not being able to move.
Yeah, or do anything about it, or like say anything, or call for help.
So is she awake, or is this okay? She's just like numb and like not moving.
Right. Yeah. So
she can't move. It like paralyzed her.
Yeah. She just has to be there and let it happen.
Oh my god.
After the sedation wore off, Candice was still pretty dizzy and like out of it. So the nurse there suggested that she stay the night and sleep it off. So Candice did stay, and when she woke up the next morning, she confronted Dr. Schneeberger. She asked him what drug he gave her, to which he replied, "Why? Did you have some crazy dreams?"
Oh my god. This is pissing me off.
Bad vibes.
This is pissing me off.
So this double confirmed Candice's beliefs of what happened. So she then drove to a rape test clinic and had her blood tested and a vaginal swab done, which proved that there was, saying this phrase again for lack of a better term, DNA present in her. I think she's speechless. She's shaking her head.
I don't like this doctor. I think off with his penis.
Off with his penis. Put that on a shirt, why don't you? So Candice.
And then the number 45 on the back.
Oh.
Okay, go on.
So okay, we're not laughing. So Candice immediately went to the local police and reported Dr. Schneeberger, as she should.
Of course.
Also, no shame, like, if you don't have it in you to do that, but, like, you go, girl, Candice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So the police started an investigation, and they were able to obtain Dr. Schneeberger's blood so it could be forensically analyzed and...
How do you think they did that?
Compared to the DNA found on Candice, as well as her undergarments. What?
How did they get his blood? How do you think they got his blood? They drew
his blood.
Like
a blood test.
Okay, so they called him in to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, and he was like, okay, yeah, sure. You think he knew what he was going in for?
I don't know. It didn't specify. So the blood test was conducted, and the blood was analyzed and compared to the DNA, and the results came back negative.
What? Oh my gosh, no way.
This story's crazy, baby.
No.
Dr. Schneeberger's DNA did not match the DNA found on Candice.
What?
So the police had to drop their suspicions against him.
Oh my gosh, you know how pissed off I am for this woman right now?
Mm-hmm. She was pretty pissed too. She was not having it. So, Candice was certain of what happened to her. So... In 1993, they tested him again because she just like kept pushing it, to which he happily volunteered. Again, the results came back negative.
How?
So in 1994, the case just closed entirely. This whole case of like her assault was closed.
I mean...
So that's not cool.
Okay, so hold up. So they ran the test on her, gathered the DNA, and then through his blood sample, they would have been able to match the DNA from the kit to him.
But it wasn't him.
But it wasn't. I mean, it came back negative, is what it was saying.
Right. Twice.
So, like...
Don't think too much, babe.
Okay, because I was about to... Wait, can I, like, share what I'm thinking?
Okay, all right.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, you always, like, get ahead of things.
And then I get it right.
And then my story's not as impressive.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna... Okay, go ahead.
You remember what you're thinking, okay?
I know what I'm thinking.
Okay. So, yeah, they just closed the case. This woman was, like, still assaulted, and just nothing was done.
100%.
But they just moved on.
No.
But Candice was not going to move on.
No, of course not.
This girl knew what happened to her, and she knew who did it. So she hired her own private detective to investigate the case. Yes, Candice, our girl.
Yes.
So this guy got right to it. He broke into Schneeberger's car.
Good.
He then proceeded to collect hair from the headrest and some of the lip balm that was in the car. They then tested the DNA from these items, and it was a positive match to the DNA found in Candice's rape test kit.
So what happened?
So this then led to a third test of Dr. Schneeberger's blood, like an official test. But the sample was too small and not usable for analysis.
How did they grab the sample then?
Right? Like, that was just it. Like, oh, sample's too small. Oh, well. Like,
it's just a fucking
hell?
nail. What do they call a fucking cuticle?
What?
They just grabbed the cuticle and they were like, "Oh, this is
like it was another blood sample, but the blood sample was too small."
So how much blood do you need to sample?
I don't know, but how are they just gonna like give up and be like?
Let me look this up. I need to know how much blood sample you need.
I don't think it's much.
It says 3 to 5 milliliters. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. That doesn't seem like
preferred.
Much.
So it's one tube of the purple, a whole blood.
A whole blood?
3 to 5 milliliters of whole blood and a purple top tube or a yellow top tube.
Ah, yes.
Well, you know, when they're drawing your blood, it's that, like, regular tube.
Yeah, I think I've had that done one time in my life.
Only once?
Yeah, I've had, like, IVs in, but I think I've only had a blood test, like, once.
So it's, like, one of these, like, the tube that when they take out your blood.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a purple top or a blue top, I think, or a yellow top.
Mm-hmm.
So one tube, basically one tube is enough.
Which we know he has that much in his body. So what happened?
So did they just get like the bottom part of the little tube? Like just a little squirt of blood?
And then, like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, we are now going to fast forward. This is like 1994, 95. Now we are fast forwarding to 1997. A woman by the name of Lisa Schneeberger.
Baby girl Lisa.
She came forward and reported that her 15-year-old daughter from her first marriage had accused her stepfather, John Schneeberger, of repeatedly sedating her and sexually assaulting her to the worst degree.
Oh my god.
Lisa searched her now ex-husband's office and found condoms and sedatives, including the same sedative that was used on Candice. So obviously, Lisa reported all of this to the police, and this initiated a fourth DNA test to be done in regards to Candice's case. This time, the DNA was taken with swabs from his mouth, hair follicles, and blood from his fingertips, which actually they wanted to use his fingertips on the second test that they did on him, but he insisted that they use his arm, and they figured since he was doing this test voluntarily that they would just oblige him. But yeah, they took all these kinds of DNA, filmed the process, and then had them forensically tested. Lo and behold, it was a match.
Oh, good.
Yes. After all these years and tests, it was proven that John Schneeberger was the one who assaulted Candice back in 1992. And apparently his own stepdaughter multiple times.
That's disgusting.
So, in 1999, John went to trial, and he did confess to his crimes, and he revealed how he was able to avoid being caught.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
See if you were right. Apparently, before the first DNA test they did on him, this man implanted a 15-centimeter Penrose drain into his arm with another man's blood in it.
Oh my god.
Is that what you were thinking?
No. Okay, wait, but what's
the drain thing? I am not sure actually. Do you want to look that up for me next?
Yeah, let me do that. Okay, so a Penrose drain is it says here, it's a soft, flexible, and flat tube used after surgery to drain blood.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Oh,
so this is like literally like a flexi straw, I guess you can say. It's like this white, yellow, like eggshell color. Oh my god, it gives me the
heebie-jeebies just to think about that, like being in his arm.
Oh my god. That's why it was like too little and inconclusive.
Well, okay, I'm getting to that, actually. So, yes, that was in his arm, along with anticoagulants in it to keep it from degrading too much.
What the fuck, dude? Wait, that is fucking weird.
But yeah, no shit.
Like, what the... That's fucking gross, dude.
But I guess by the third test, the blood had almost run out and was about 2 years old. So I guess that's why the sample was too small that time. Like this man is just using like the same blood,
old blood years? Old,
like
2 years.
The hell?
Oh my gosh.
Like, you're a doctor, you don't have, not that he should, but you don't have other blood that you can use? Is this been in his arm the whole time?
Have you, like, yeah, is he hoarding this?
What the hell? And then that's why he didn't want his fingertips tested the second time, because the thing was in his arm.
Dude, that's fucking psycho, bro.
But yeah, okay, but so with the small sample thing, they couldn't get enough. Why are they not going to try the other arm? That's like a thing, like in general. Like if they can't get a good like pinch on the vein, they go to the other arm.
Right, but what if he was like, "Oh no, wait, I don't feel so good. I'm very like lightheaded. How about we just like visit this another day?" Let me go home and rest my head because my poor little man head.
That other day only came because his stepdaughter came out against him and said that he did the same thing to her. If she didn't come forward, not that like anyone would have blamed her if she didn't or couldn't bring herself to do that, but like this last test probably never would have happened.
So remind me again how his stepdaughter came out. Like, did they hear about this?
Probably, yeah, because there was like a whole investigation, So maybe it prompted
the mom
her.
was like, okay, I remember my daughter said something about this, and then...
Or maybe that's what prompted her daughter to say something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so John Schneeberger was ultimately found guilty of sexual assault, administering a noxious substance, and obstruction of justice.
Good.
Which I don't know how, like, assault of a child or child endangerment is not on there. But anyways, here's the really messed up part. He only received a 6-year prison sentence for his crimes. The College of Physicians and Surgeons of Saskatchewan did strip him of his medical license, and his wife divorced him, obviously. She also reported him to the Canadian immigration authorities, so he was stripped of his Canadian citizenship, which he actually just obtained 1 year after he assaulted Candice.
Wow.
I guess he had lied to a Canadian citizenship judge and claimed that he wasn't the subject of a police investigation at all. Like, that's not. And so they just
took his word?
I guess, but then his wife ratted him out and was like, he definitely was. You should check him out again,
Well, good, because like, why the hell are they just taking his fucking word for it?
Baby girl Lisa, she's coming through. So in 2003, he was released on parole after only serving 4 years of his 6-year prison sentence.
What the fuck?
And it didn't even say it was because of like good behavior or anything. It just said he got out after 4 years.
It was probably like, oh, dude, I think we're good. We're good. You're good.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
But in December of 2003, Canada authorities revoked his citizenship and ordered his deportation. He was returned to South Africa in July of 2004 because that's where he was a permanent resident. And he moved to Durban, Durban, and he went there to live with his mother. According to a news report in Durban, he applied to the Health Professions Council of South Africa to work in medicine not even 3 weeks after arriving in Durban.
What the fuck?
The council was actually considering Schneeberger until he suddenly withdrew his registration in mid-October for some reason. But yeah, that was the story of former Dr. John Schneeberger.
We should just call him Schnee Loser.
He is a Schnee loser. Schnee turkey burger.
Schnee Turkey Loser Burger.
What the hell is that story, babe? Is that not insane?
That's fucking crazy, disgusting, lame, whack.
Yeah. Because not only did he commit these terrible crimes to this woman and that girl,
his stepdaughter,
and who knows who else, he like stole some random person's blood.
That's weird. That's fucking psycho.
That's got to be like a crime also,
that's
right?
like Joe
Goldberg
yeah,
fucking
he would do
activity.
crazy
Shit like that. And then to top it all off too, like he was like a doctor in the community, so like
people trusted him,
and people were hating on Candice.
Yes.
And since the tests were coming back,
how dare you
negative,
speak about the doctor that way?
They just like were calling her like
a liar.
She was just coming out for attention, and then that's part of the fucking problem, where these poor people that have been like assaulted like this don't want to come forward.
It's because these men pretend to be like the pillars
of the community. Pillar to killer.
Wow, they helped me. They told me what 2 + 2 means, and it was absolutely 4. I put it in the calculator in my phone, and it was true. The magic screen in my hand told me that it was the same number. He told me it was not. Absolutely, he's the pillar of the community. He prays to the Lord every single day. He could do nothing wrong. That man.
She's a little too far in deep with the character, you guys. Had to pull you back.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, so this poor girl. Thank God for her, though. Thank God for Candice, and thank God for Lisa's daughter for coming forward, because who knows how many other women he would have done this to, how much further he would have gone.
Yes.
What if like one of them fought back and he had to take extreme measures and go further?
We don't know if there was anyone else.
Yes.
It's very fucking likely. For all we know, it could have been like older women he was targeting that were like old and they couldn't speak for themselves, or they just didn't want to say anything
or
about
younger
it.
Women, like teenagers coming in to see him.
Yes.
You know, if he's already doing it to his, at the time she came forward, 15-year-old stepdaughter, so who knows how young she was when he started.
Yeah, well, it's like that lame ass like the Olympic doctor that came, like it turned out that he was like molesting the girls. Yeah, do you remember that?
I don't know. I feel like there's been so many stories. I probably did hear something about it.
I'm sure you did. I feel
haven't
like
researched
a lot of us did. It was like a doctor that was like, you know, an Olympic doctor, and he was the doctor for like the gymnastics girls, and like Simone Biles or whatever her name.
Oh, Simone Biles.
Simone Biles like was one of them.
Dang.
And like it was like that year of girls that were there, and
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was fucking guilty. He like molested those poor.
I bet he was
children,
guilty.
Like literal children. Like they weren't in their 20s; they were young children, like girls.
Trusting this man.
Yes.
Like, oh my god,
like,
it's
what
like
the fuck, dude.
People in power when they do this shit is just sickening.
It pisses me off.
But yeah, I'm glad he at least got his justice. I tried to see where he was at now. All I could find was a different John Schneeberger that passed away last year. He looked like a very kind man. Rest in peace.
Well, maybe hopefully it wasn't him.
That's what I'm. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, this is like a tribute to that John. Rest in peace, and I hope he's doing great. He looked very kind, but it was not the Dr. John Schneeberger.
Okay, it's not John.
Schneeberger could probably be like a common name for all we know, and John obviously is a very common name.
Yeah, Johnford for sure.
Johnford, yes. But to the original doctor / former Dr. John Schneeberger, hope you're doing terrible.
Yes, fuck you. Thank you.
Yeah. But that was this month's story. I hope you guys enjoyed it and all the existential talk happening. That was a lot. That was like a lot of an episode, but it's fine. I mean, we only do it once a month now, so we got to give the people more, right?
Yeah, I guess. Or, I mean, less is more sometimes.
Oh, you're right. Shoot.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's technically 2 episodes in one. They get an episode with me, they get an episode with you.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
Yeah, and if you're listening, we appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around. Mm-hmm. I know a month feels like
3 months to me, man.
A month feels kind of feels like 31 days to me.
That's
weird.
like
4 weeks. So weird. Yeah. I don't know what the science behind that is. But we appreciate you. Thank you for listening. And we see you if you have...
We hope you'll be back next month and all the other months after that.
Of course. And if you would like your story, your suggestion to be mentioned on this podcast, you can send it over to whatsyourfavoritescarystory @gmail.com, or
you can send us a message on Instagram, which is also going to be at whatsyourfavoritescarystory. Please keep sending them in, folks. I promise I will not pick any for a very long time. I will keep doing your suggestions now, because that's obviously like the whole premise of this.
You owe it to our listeners.
And if you have any of your own personal paranormal or true crime stories, send those in as well. We would love to read them, because hopefully soon we can do another listener's story episode. That'd be fun. Yes. I love those.
And if you have any input, any comments on anything that I have to say, any of my stories or any of my thoughts, send them in.
Yeah.
Send them in to...
Marlene loves to talk.
I do love to talk, obviously. I spent 40 minutes talking today. Not even.
No, not even. 25.
Yeah, it's fine. I could talk. I could blabber.
Yeah, that's
fine.
But
I like constructions. I like constructive.
I like the excavators.
I like the ones that pick up the dirt. I like constructive conversations, and I love hearing other people's opinions. So talk to me, dude.
Doctor, do it.
Do it.
Thanks. We'll see you next month. We love you. Bye.
And until then,
stay
spooky.
Stay
spook.
Stay spooky.
Spook.
Bye.
Love you.